All right. So what we're gonna do is a short, quick review on factors, multiples, and then finding the GCF and LCM. Just really quick review, and then we're gonna do a couple of quizzes, games, and then you guys will have a Friday 5, like a little quiz, just to kind of refresh your memory on some things. Okay. So, hang on. Taking attendance. Okay. So let's go ahead and just on the board behind me real quick. You guys don't have a warm up today because you guys have the Friday 5, so no warm up today. But let's just start with factors. What is a factor? I might need you guys to unmute and tell me what's a factor.
The numbers you can multiply by.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. I gotta turn up my sound. Say it again.
The numbers you can multiply by?
Yeah, so it's the numbers that you multiply to get another number. So let me write that better. Can you guys see this? Okay, so factors are going to be the numbers that you multiply to get another number. So let's do an example here. Let's list the factors of 24. Let me write that better. Okay, what numbers multiply to 24? Let's just list them out one at a time.
12 and 2.
12 and 2, so 2 times 12, good. What else multiplies to 24?
6
3
times
and 8.
4.
Okay, I heard both of those. So we have 3 and 8, 6 and 4, and then we're missing one pair of factors. What is the final thing that multiplies to 24?
24
2
and 1.
and 12.
We have 2 and 12. It's 24 and
1
1.
and 24.
There we go. So now if we wanted to say all of the factors of 24, we would say the factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 8, 12, and 24. Any of those numbers can be divided evenly into 24. Okay? Now let's talk about multiples. Okay, what's a multiple? What does it mean if I'm trying to find the multiples? Any ideas? What's a multiple? No ideas? If I were to list the multiples of 10, it would be 10, 20, 30, 40. So how would you describe a multiple?
It's skip counting by the number.
Okay, you're skip counting by the number. Okay, so if we do an example of this one, let's do the multiples of 6. Let's just list the first 5 multiples of 6. So what's the first multiple of 6?
6, 12, 18, 24.
Good. 6, 12, 18, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more. What's the last one?
30.
30. Now, the difference between these, right? If I ask you for the factors, you're only going to have a certain amount of numbers. These are the only numbers that you can list as factors. If I ask you for the multiples, this is just going to go on and on and on forever. It can just keep going. It's not going to stop. So that's a big difference. Multiples will go on forever. Factors, you have a set amount of factors. Okay? I think that comes up on your quizzes. That's why we're going over it. Plus, it's always good to go over it. All right. How do we feel about factors and multiples? Doing all right with that?
Good.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do one practice problem for the GCF and LCM. And then we'll do some quizzes. Yep.
I accidentally got kicked off because of the internet connection.
That's all right. We were just reviewing factors and multiples. There's no warm-up today. We're just going to review and then play quizzes.
Sweet.
Cool. All right. So let's do a practice problem. Let's find the GCF and LCM of, let's do 36 and 16. Those sound like some good numbers. So we're going to find the GCF and the LCM. So let's start. Well, where do I start? I have these two numbers. What should I do first?
You have to find a pair that can multiply into it, like
Good.
12 and 3.
Okay, we're going to do our prime factorization, or a factor tree. That's what it's called sometimes. So John said we're going to multiply, see what multiplies into 36. So the factors of 36, he said 12 and 3. So I'm going to write 3 and 12. And then we circle our prime numbers. Which one is prime?
3.
The 3.
Good. Now what goes into 12?
2 and 6.
2 and 6. Can I circle either because they're prime?
You can circle 2.
Good. Circle the 2. Now we do the 6. What goes
2
into
and
6?
3.
2.
2 and 3. And we know we can circle both because we've already done that. Good. So we'll just leave that there for now. Let's look at 16. What numbers multiply into 16?
8 times 2.
8 times 2. So let's do 2 and 8. And we already know 2 is prime because we've done it over here. What goes into 8?
4 and 2.
2 and 4.
2, circle it, and 4. What goes into 4?
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Good. 2 and 2. So we circle those. Now, if I write over here, can you guys see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so our LCM goes on top, and the GCF goes on the bottom, right? This is how we list it out.
Yeah.
We need to do our matching. So I'm going to start with the 36 and write those factors out first. So we have a 3, a 2, a 3, and a 2. And I've used 3.
Does it matter what side you start on?
No, it does not matter which one you start on.
Okay.
Okay, now we need to do our matching. Is there a 2 to match with the top row?
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
so we'll put that underneath this 2. So we've used that one. Is there another 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, we'll put that one right there. Cross that off. What about this one?
No.
No.
Nope, so we'll put it in the top row. I'm running out of room. And what about this 2?
Yeah.
Well, that's
No.
something we haven't talked about yet. You can't match them up if they're from the same factor tree. So just because I wrote a 2 here, we can't match it because this one comes from the same factor tree. So it actually has to go at the end of our LCM in this case.
Oh.
Okay. So you can only match. So notice how the blue match with the black number. If you don't have another, in this case, black number to match with the second blue, you can't do it. So they have to match across factor trees. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now what do I do with all of these numbers?
Multiply them.
Multiply them.
I can't really see them. Good. They're kind of cut
Yeah.
out.
Do you have me pinned in the middle of your screen?
Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, I'll say it out loud. Are you ready?
Yeah.
LCM, you need to multiply 3 times 2 times 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? And then our GCF is 2 times 2.
The top one is equal to 12 times 12.
Is it? I don't actually know the answer. I have not done the multiplication yet.
I didn't do the multiplication. I just said 2 times 3. 2 times 3 equals 6 and 6. 2 times 6. 2 times 6 equals 12 and 12. And then We just need to multiply those. And then we got an answer. So
So do you guys agree that the LCM is what number?
144.
144.
I just remembered the multiplication table, so I just remember that like 12 and 12 are for
Is
100.
144.
Mhm.
Good. Did anybody else get the same answer? I didn't do the
And
multiplication.
the bottom one is 4.
Okay. Do we agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys getting the same answers?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I'm doing it in my head.
That's fine. You can go for it. All right. So there was a bit of a practice one before we go ahead and get into our quizzes. So we're gonna play quizzes, and then I'm gonna show you guys the assignment that you have to do on Google Classroom. It's only 5 questions on there, but we're gonna do 3 different quizzes games, and that'll be math today.
3 different?